One person, 43 cars. That's the ratio Waymo just revealed. 70 humans overseeing more than 3,000 self-driving vehicles on public roads right now, today. One human for 43 cars. Now let me ask you something. How many client accounts does one of your bookkeepers handle? 8, 10, 20? How many staff does one of your seniors review? 3, 4? These ratios haven't changed in a decade. Let's get into it. Waymo operates more than 3,000 autonomous vehicles across the United States right now. They drive themselves. They pick up passengers. They navigate intersections, highways, construction zones. And when something goes wrong, when the car hits a situation it doesn't understand, it phones home. A human agent looks at the situation, provides guidance, and the car makes the decision. Most of the time, the vehicle resolves the issue before the human even responds. 1 to 43. And to put that in perspective, Waymo's closest competitor, Cruise, the GM subsidiary, was operating at 1.5 staff per vehicle before they shut down. That's the difference between bolting human oversight onto an autonomous system and rebuilding the entire operating model around what autonomy makes possible. Now here's why that number matters to you. Because the structural parallel between what Waymo does and what your practice and my practice does is exact. Your firm has an execution layer, transaction coding, bank reconciliations, monthly close prep, routine client reporting, repeatable, pattern-based work that follows documented rules. And your firm has a judgment layer, the part where experience, client context, and professional expertise actually matter. Right now, most firms staff both layers with the same people. The same staff accountant who categorizes transactions also handles the exception that requires judgment. The same bookkeeper who processes routine entries also catches the anomaly that needs a conversation with the client. That model is about to look as inefficient as putting a human driver in every Waymo. Because the execution layer, the pattern-based, rules-driven, high-volume work, is exactly what AI handles. The question isn't whether AI can do it. It's what your ratio looks like when it does. And we've already got proof that this works at scale outside our profession. Klarna went from 7,000 employees to 3,000 over 3 years while growing revenue. AI now handles work equivalent to 853 full-time customer service staff. Revenue per employee is approaching $1 million, up from a $500,000. And that's not a layoff story, it's a ratio story. The work didn't disappear. The number of humans required to deliver it changed, fundamentally. Now, I wrote recently about what I called the talent trap, the training problem that happens when AI handles the foundational work that used to develop junior accountants. This is the structural sequel. The talent trap asked how you develop people when the learning reps go away. This piece asks the harder question. What ratio of people do you actually need? And what do the remaining roles look like? The answer Waymo is demonstrating, and Klarna is confirming, is fewer people doing fundamentally different work. The human role shifts from executing to supervising, from producing deliverables to reviewing AI output, handling exceptions, and making the judgment calls that require real client knowledge. And this is important. Your bookkeepers don't disappear in this model. They become agent monitors. Instead of manually processing 8 to 10 client accounts, they oversee AI workflows across 20, 30, 40 accounts. Your seniors don't do less work, they do different work. Reviewing, approving, catching the things that AI flags and the things it misses. The wringable neck, the human accountability, someone's name on the file, becomes more valuable, not less. You just need far fewer people providing the execution underneath it. Okay, let me be real for a second about where I am on this inside my own practice. When we first started deploying AI workflows at Fuel Accountants, it actually created more work. And I think that's important to say out loud, because anyone who tells you that AI is plug and play on day one is selling you something. We were building prompts, testing outputs, fixing what didn't work, training the team on new processes. And there's a real cost to experimentation. But after it stabilized, the shift became undeniable. We are now routinely looking for inefficiencies that can be eliminated, problems that AI can help us solve, and redesigning the process at the same time. Now, it's nowhere near finished, but it's underway. A team member recently left, and we're not replacing them. The inefficiencies we've built are expected to absorb the work. That's not a one-time cost saving. That's a permanently different operating ratio. Now, I'm not 1 to 43. Nobody in CAS is. Yet. But the direction is clear. And tomorrow, we're publishing a piece on how the cost of digital agents just collapsed, and what that means for the math underneath every staffing decision you're making right now. Please don't miss it. And here's the part that separates the firms that capture this from the firms that get disrupted by it. Waymo didn't get to 1 to 43 by adding remote agents to a human-driven fleet. They rebuilt the entire model around what autonomy made possible. Firms that bolt AI onto their current staffing model, same roles, same ratios, same workflows, just slightly faster, will capture a fraction of what's available. The real question isn't whether you can use AI to make your team 10% more efficient. It's what your firm looks like when you design it around a fundamentally different human-to-client ratio. Different headcount, different roles, different economics. So here's what I need you to do. If you don't have someone inside your firm thinking through that redesign right now, start there. And if you want a structured way to do it, our 15-day AI practice transformation program is built for exactly this. You and your champion, mapping your practice around what AI makes possible. 3 phases, 15 days, a firm designed for what's coming, not optimized for what's leaving. Visit TheAIaccountant.ai to apply. Your practice ratio is the scoreboard. Start moving the numbers.